What's the most important skill an ecologist can have? Not bird ID, not bat surveys, not legislation. It's plants. Botany is the foundation of ecology. It's how you identify plants, real habitats, and understand what a site is telling you. In the UK, there are over 1,500 native plants, yet most people can only name a handful. So if you want to get better at plant ID, here are 5 steps to help you do it. Before we get started, I'm curious, how many native plants do you think you can ID? 1, 5, 100? Let me know in the comments. Even 5 years ago, learning botany was intimidating. The good news is that there has never been a better time to learn botany than today. Today, the easiest way to start improving your plant ID is already in your pocket. Apps like iNaturalist and PlantNet can suggest a species from a photo in just seconds. Point, snap, and they'll give you their best species suggestions. And now, modern AI assistants like ChatGPT and Gemini can do the same straight from your phone's camera. They're not perfect, but for recognisable species, they're usually a very helpful first step and a great way to train your eye quickly. In fact, if you've never tried one, after this video, go outside and identify 5 plants around your house. You'll be surprised how many species you've been walking past every day. Once you've got a rough idea from the apps, the biggest mistake lots of beginners make is stopping here. An app might tell you the answer, but it won't tell you why it's that species. The next step is using field guides. These range from small pocket leaflets to huge 500-page books. But for site work, the Field Studies Council guides are brilliant. They're small, lightweight, and packed with species photos that you can quickly compare against what you're seeing in the field. The trade-off is that they don't go into too much detail. For that, you will need the bigger books, and that's where keys come in. Learning to use keys is one of the best ways to pin down a species, even when you're starting from scratch. Now, if you're finding this useful and want more practical ecology and field skills, consider subscribing. My goal with this channel is to make ecology accessible, whether you're just starting or you've been working for years. Once you've got a handle on some of the more common species, the next step is simple. Learn from other people. Botanical societies, wildlife groups, and local natural history organisations often run field meetings where you can spend time with experienced botanists and naturalists. That kind of real-world knowledge is invaluable because it gives you context you can't just get from a book. Honestly, some of the biggest leaps in my own botany came from standing next to someone who'd been identifying plants for years. They'll notice tiny features you'd never even think to look for, and after you've seen them once, you'll never forget. Also, don't worry about getting any of this stuff wrong. Every incorrect identification teaches you something, especially when you work out why. The next thing I'm going to suggest might surprise you because it's been around for centuries. After you go to these meetings, you'll often hear members talking about something called a herbarium. This sounds like a made-up word, but it's something incredibly useful and really simple to do. A herbarium is essentially a collection of preserved plants collected by a botanist so that they can be used for future reference. Some people have small collections of plants with only a few of their favourite species. Others can end up with hundreds, if not thousands of species. A herbarium is especially useful if you find a different morphology of a species, as you will have a specimen with those traits. Have you ever heard of a herbarium? Be honest, I hadn't until I started taking botany seriously. If you want more tips on how to get one started, let me know in the comments. Now that you have jumped headfirst into the world of botany, at this point you might be wondering, how do I know if I'm actually improving? The next step is to get yourself on a course and qualified. In the UK we have something called a FISC. These are tests where at the end you'll be granted a level from 1, which is a beginner, to 7, which is a national expert. Courses are the best way to prepare for these. They are run by experienced botanists and they'll teach you the features that these experienced botanists look for. Remember what I said at the start? The most important skill an ecologist can have isn't bird ID, it isn't bat surveys, it's understanding plants, and the only way to do that is to spend time with them. You can own every field guide, you can install every app, you can watch every YouTube video on botany. but none of it replaces time outside. So get outside, look closely, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how every good botanist starts. If this video helped you, leave a comment with the last wild plant you identified, or one you're still struggling with. I read every comment and it might even inspire a future video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the field.